Welcome everyone. Basically, we try to find out the magnetic field at the center of the two concentric coils, but here two concentric coils are in the perpendicular planes to each other. Just like if I say the coil C1, which basically carries the current 3 ampere, it is in that plane, and the coil C2, it is in that particular plane. So both of them are at two perpendicular planes. Okay, so you have to find out the magnetic field for this. So to find out the magnetic field at the point O, at the center of it, we have to know what is the formula of magnetic field at the center of the coil. So basically we are writing down the general formula. The magnetic field at a certain distance, on the axis of a coil, the formula is something like that: mu naught capital I r square divided by 2 into r square plus z square to the power 3 by 2, and obviously this direction is obviously depending on the current flow, and it is basically along the axis. Okay, it is basically along the axis. But if I try to find out what is the magnetic field at the center of the coil, the formula which is needed here, that is, we can find it out by putting the value z equal to 0, that is mu naught capital I into r square divided by 2. The value of z is 0, so by putting z is 0, it is 0 square to the power 3 by 2. It is obviously along the axis, so it is becomes mu naught capital I divided by 2 capital R. Okay, and obviously it is also along the axis and obviously perpendicular to that of the plane, and obviously depending on the directions of the current flow, clockwise or anti-clockwise. Okay, but if the number of turns is increased, here is one single turn is shown. If the number of turns is increased, then in that particular case the value of the magnetic field will be mu naught capital N I divided by 2R. The capital N is multiplied here. Now the direction is according to right hand graph's rule along the axis. Okay, so here also if it is for a coil, then here also the capital N can be placed. Okay, now we just try to find out the magnetic field for this configuration. Let us consider these C1 and C2 have the same radius, so we can write down the radiuses, that is R1 equal to R2 equal to R. Now if I try to find out the magnetic field due to the coil 1, that is B1, that can be written as mu naught. The current flow in this C1 coil is 3 ampere, so mu naught into 3 into 2. The radius is basically, we can say R. Okay, we can also take some values. Let us say it is 10 centimeter. Then we can write it down mu naught into 3 divided by 2. 10 centimeter, if I convert it into meter, that will become 10 divided by 100, that will become 0.1 meter. So now the value of the magnetic field will comes in the unit Tesla, since I have put all of the things in SI. So C1, so just see the current flow is in that particular direction. So if you curl your all the fingers except the thumb, then the magnetic field will be in that particular direction due to this coil C1. Okay, so obviously it is in that perpendicular direction to that of the plane of the coil. Now if I try to find out what is the magnetic field due to the C2, the coil 2, okay, then the current flow is in that direction, in these directions we have seen in this figure. But if I put the formula, that is this one, that is mu naught, the current is 4, the radius if we have considered as 10 centimeters, so I am just putting 0.1 here, so this is the value. But what is the direction? Directions the magnetic field due to the coil 2 that is in that particular direction, so you can see it is B2. So B1 is in that direction, B2 is in that direction. Let me draw it clearly. B1 is in that direction and B2 is the perpendicular direction to that of B1. So since they are perpendicular and as well as they are vectors, so we have to apply the law of combination of finding the resultant vectors, and that is obviously in that perpendicular direction. Just see. If we try to find out what is the magnitude of that, so the formula we basically going to apply. If I say this is the resultant field, that is BR, that is in that perpendicular direction, so the magnitude of BR can be easily find out. BR equal to root over of B1 square plus B2 square, because we know that the resultant's formula is C equal to root over A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. Since theta, the angle between B2 and B1 is 90 degrees, so cos 90 degrees is 0. So this thing can be 0. The rest of the part 2B1 B2 cos 90 degrees is 0. So this value remains. So if we put this value, it will be mu naught into 3 divided by 2 into 0.1 square B1 square, mu naught into 4 divided by 2 into 0.1 square, then root over, okay, then root over. So this mu naught 2 into 0.1 can be taken outside the square root, so it will become 0.2. Root over of 3 square plus 4 square, we can consider it as 5, because 3 square is 9 and 4 square is 16. So if we add and square root, then it will be, this factor will be 5. So if I put the values, it is 4 pi into 10 to the power minus 7 divided by 0.2 into 5. So this is the value of the resultant magnetic field, which is obviously along this direction. Okay. So if you calculate this thing, then 0.2, this thing can be considered on, this thing will be here 10, so it is 2, so it will be 50 into 200, 100 into minus 10 to the power minus 7, so that will become 10 to the power minus 5, so it can be pi into 10 to the power minus 5 Tesla. Okay. Now what is the directions of this theta? If I just try to find out what is the value, we get it. What is the direction? If I try to find out, then theta will be tan inverse B2 divided by B1. So if we put the value of B2 and B1, the magnitudes, then you get the value of theta will be tan inverse 4 divided by 3. So we learn how the magnetic field due to concentric circular coils can be found out if they are in a perpendicular plane. Thank you all of you.